Samsung's back with its brand new Gear 2 smartwatch, the successor to the fatally flawed original Galaxy Gear. Only this time Samsung streamlined the design, swapped out Android for its own Tizen OS and added some new features, including a brand new heart rate sensor. But can the latest version improve on where the first fell short? And is it really an essential item for your Galaxy smartphone? The original Galaxy Gear smartwatch was by no means a looker, and it was rather bulky and unsightly. Thankfully though, Samsung has streamlined its successor, and it's a much slicker item to wear on the wrist that actually looks like a proper watch. Gone from the strap is the watch's camera. Instead, it's been integrated to the top of the watch's upper edge, meaning you can swap in at different watch straps. While the 4 rivets on the face of the Galaxy Gear have now been eliminated in favour of a slick, brushed metal finish. It's an improvement in every way over the original, and we're more than happy to be seen wearing the Samsung Galaxy Gear 2 out in public. Samsung's physical changes aren't the only refinements to arrive with the Gear 2, as the software has been changed as well. You won't find it running Android. Instead, Samsung has swapped out Google's OS for its own Tizen system, which is lighter on resources and gives you much more battery life. It's also quick to charge. We were able to juice it up to full capacity from empty in just under 2 hours, although you do have to use a proprietary charging dock that's bundled in the box. Along with its Tizen operating system, Samsung's also armed its latest watch with a dual-core processor, which is quick to zap through menus, load up apps, and ping up your notifications. If you're worried that the Gear 2 won't be able to keep up with your busy lifestyle, it's more than zippy enough and then some. The Gear 2 is also quick to pull in your call and messaging notifications, and it also pulls double duty as a very handy media controller. The heart rate sensor is also handy for a quick check of your BPM and ties in well with Samsung's S Health suite. Unfortunately though, while Samsung has steadily improved the overall smartwatch package, it still falls short on both being a watch and frankly being smart. While its battery life has been improved, it still only lasts around 3 days, meaning you'll have to charge it up at least twice a week. Not ideal when you want to rely on your timepiece for, well, the time. The switch to Tizen has meant that there's a few fewer apps than before. We're still waiting for many of the original Gear's apps to make the transition to the new platform, but there's still not a lot of variety, and the apps that are available are not very useful. The OS is also tedious to swipe through, as the 1.63-inch Super AMOLED display feels extremely cramped and struggles to show you a decent amount of information. It's handy for when someone is calling you and you want to know who it is. We felt at times it was just quicker to glance at your phone. While Samsung has moved around the camera, it's only a 2-megapixel snapper, and often feels like a tacked-on accessory. Aside from the initial buzz of having a camera on your watch, it ultimately serves no real purpose, and the quality is dreadful. We'd much rather stick to the camera on our phone. And of course, the Gear 2 is limited right from the start. You can only use it with Samsung phones and tablets. You'll be fine if you sprung for the flagship Galaxy S5 or Galaxy Note 3, but if you're packing the more affordable Galaxy A3 for example, you'll be out of luck. There's also the price to consider. Even though it's cheaper than the original at £250, it's still a hefty amount of cash that offers not a whole lot of extra convenience. With the Gear 2, Samsung has improved on its original Gear smartwatch, refining the design and switching over the OS to improve its battery, but it still feels unconvincing, unnecessary and flawed. However, there are a few aspects to like, such as it automatically turning on when you move your wrist towards you, as well as the fitness aspects, but ultimately it doesn't make using your phone any easier or convenient. It's an improved effort, but with Google's own Android Wear on the way that promises much more functionality and wider support, Samsung's Gear 2 unfortunately already feels behind the times.